Hey guys, Cindy over paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. We are trudging right along. I am on day 15 of my 100 days challenge. I'm working on Tina's mass makes. So this is her week 15. She does them over the course of 100 weeks. I know I keep repeating that, but you know, just in case you're jumping in the middle here and you want to know what's going on. So this is kind of a simple one today. And I actually watched most of the first video and some of the middle video. So her week 15 and her week 115. In her week 15, and I don't think she repeated it in her week 115, she had an interesting little binding method. And we're going to try it and see how well it works. But so you'll need something, if you're going to try this with me, I have my box of like embroidery floss here. You could use your wax thread if you wanted to. I also have my stapler to do some of the quick ones. You're going to need, I have mostly cutoffs, but I did bring along, this is a 6x8 pad, and this is an 8x8 pad. These can really be made any size. They can be really little. They can be, you know, the size of a companion, the same size as your journal. However you want to make them, but basically it's just a little booklet. So the idea behind this, if we just get started, is you take a piece of paper. This happens to be a 6x6 out of a 6x6 pad, but you take a piece of paper and you fold it in half. I know. It's like the most complicated project we've ever done. Ta-da! Booklet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold a bunch of scraps. We may or may not fill all of them. We are going to fold a bunch in half and see where we get. As you can see, I am making these out of whatever scrap comes to hand. Some of them may get cut off. Like, for example, this one's kind of long. You're going to recognize some of this stuff because I'm still using up some same scraps from my book. But I'm just going to eyeball. That looks like a good size. And I'm going to make more scraps. You know what I didn't find? For some reason, I keep losing my scissors. I'm not really sure where I keep burying them, but they keep getting buried. Let's pull out my big Tim Holtz scissors. Now, I'll have to get different scissors when I start gluing things, because I'm not putting these through glue. But okay, so we are just going to cut that off. And then if you wanted to, you could turn it on its side and make another one. Now, obviously, this isn't directional paper, which is the reason I can turn this on its side and make another one. So, you know, that would be something that you would keep in mind, I would suppose. We're going to do this one again. Now, the other thing you can do that I saw Tina do was she took it and she basically did like this. Okay. And then she decided, you know what, that's too fat. I don't want it that wide. And she took off the end. Okay. And you just end up with a booklet like that. Okay, we'll set those to the side. We have actually created some more scraps there. Okay, so we got a little pile going here. Finally going to get rid of all this paper that I was using earlier. You guys, like I said, you probably recognize some of this just because I've been using it. This will probably be, I'm trying really hard to empty my scrap boxes. Of course, it makes it difficult when they're sitting upstairs in my living room, but, you know, that's beside the point. I'll fold it this way. And cut this off. So like I said, any scrap that you come across that, you know, see, here's another one that I did. These were some pieces I made and printed on some, I've been testing paper, by the way. I really like this particular paper. I printed that on my printer, and I really like this particular paper for just journal pages. But I printed these and they were too small. So I figured, why not make little booklets out of them? So fold, fold. I mean, you can go through a pile of scraps and make a ton of these if you like having little note booklets in your journal. I mean, say you take this on a trip somewhere and you have a particular day where you really just want to you really just want to make a lot of notes about a particular event or a particular thing that happened during your trip. You might use one of these booklets to note a specific, see? Stop it, Cindy, or you're not going to have any book left. You know what? I'm done. Okay, and then we have this one, which I folded in half just to see if it would work. And we're going to cut this off. Now, this little torn piece I won't keep. Sorry, guys. Oh. Okay, and then we have some of this. Again, you could make a really long one. Now, of course, if you made a landscape one, you're looking at having to figure out how to put it in your journal. I mean, I suppose you just stick it in spine down in a pocket or booklet down in a pocket, and that would keep it closed. But here's some double-sided paper. We can make a small one out of this. And then I'll probably just keep the rest of the strip for something else. But again, variety is nice to have. So, and variety in size as well. Okay, so that's upside down, but the map is right side up. And that is so not cut straight. All right, you guys ready to watch me botch another one of these? Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, and then we'll put that aside, and then we can do this one. Now, of course, the other thing you can do to any of these, because some of mine are double-sided paper, so whatever you want to do to the inside of this, decoration-wise or whatever, obviously these can be decorated on the inside and on the outside. Because I might want to cover up, once I put paper in here, I might want to cover up all that stuff. Maybe not, maybe so. So that's all of those. And of course, if you have paper pads that you really like, that you want to get, say I want to get a piece of paper out of here. I don't even know if these are, if you get 2 pages or, oh, Bow Bunny is that one that does, see, because there's the roses again. Bow Bunny is that one that, yeah. So they go through all of the patterns and then they go through all the patterns again. So they don't group them all together. Okay, so you could just pull a piece out, fold it in half. Okay, so, and then I have this one is 8 by 8. So this is going to make a relatively tall journal piece. I'm going to go up toward the front where they have, can you see? Yeah, this is a back to school pad. I have polka dots up here, I thought. Oh, maybe not. I thought I had polka dots in here somewhere. You guys know me and my polka dots. Actually, you know what? This might be fun. So I would take this one, and this is going to make a tall, narrow booklet. It's also not going to fold properly for me. This is a much stiffer card. It's also really old. I've had these books for, good Lord, I don't even know. These books might be 20 years old. This pad of paper literally might be 20 years old. I don't know. Somebody could look it up. It's that DCWV brand, whatever that stands for. As far as what year they released this grade school pack. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I'll put my scraps off back here so that I don't have to worry about. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take paper that you have, and it can be the size of the journal. She was doing some this way, but that's too narrow. So if I was to fold it this way, and tuck it in here, and then you could, just like you do with a regular journal, you can have pages of all different sizes. Let's get some regular size. I know I've got some in here. Hold on. So she take and go like this. And then depending on how tall your journal piece is, because this is 6 inches. So if I was to fold this like this and cut this bit off, I get 2 and maybe I want to put this one in here for a pop of color right here in the middle. And it's just like building a journal, except this is all writing surface. So I feel like the idea for this, and of course, if you like I got these papers and I like the size of the paper, so maybe I cut the journal down some. But first, we're going to make an attempt to trim these off. Yeah, that worked. It all curved off up there. So we're going to have to go in a little further. I'm going to end up having pages too small for my little booklet. This is what happened last time. Okay. Maybe to mix it up, you take it and you say, since my pages are not cooperating and I can't cut straight. There. All right, now we're going to put this in here. And as we can see, this has now become too wide, which is fine because I kind of want to get rid of this perforated edge on here. Now you guys are watching me going, wow, you were really bad at this. And I must say that you are right. See? Really bad at that. Guys, can I just tell you, you are witnessing why I use a ruler and straight edge. This is it, right here. This is why. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that up there. We'll do attachment in a minute. Let me clear all this mess up that I just made because I can't cut with scissors for anything. I keep trying. Maybe eventually I'll figure it out. So I could use some of this and make pages in a booklet. If I'm one of the small ones, do this one. Okay. And basically we'll fold it like that. I'm picking up my scissors again. Don't look. It has to do with when you're cutting multiple layers, the layers moving. And that's what's going on. Okay. And then we're going to cut it right about here to make it smaller than the book. Okay, and then I've got pages for that little booklet. Oh. Uh-oh. All right, I'm doing this with a thing. I'm not doing this. I'm going to do it with a straight edge so we don't have to sit here and watch me cut it down to, whittle it down to nothingness. Of course, if my ruler moves, that's not helpful. Okay. So there we have that one with little pages in it. Okay, and then let's see what else we got. We got this one, which we can just put some of this book page I have over here. Right? Fold it in half this way. Pretty sure they were the same size pieces of paper. Okay, and that should fit in there. How tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to trim it this way and then we'll cut it to fit the book. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it between here. You ready? Here we go again. Okay. That gives me pages in that booklet. Okay, here's a good one. We might put multiple size pages in here. So we have this. I think it's easier if I just fold it to where I want it and then cut the excess off. So we'll cut this off. Okay, we're going to cut this burnt edge off up here. I don't know that I'll be using this in this booklet, though. I don't want all the pages to be too small for the cover. Yeah, that's too small. We'll use that in a different one. Okay. But we will use that, and I will get another sheet of the... Oh, I've got some... Okay, regardless of where this hits, we're going to take those holes off. So, how is everybody doing? You should be seeing this video after, it should be after Thanksgiving, a couple days. So, has everybody done Christmas shopping? Are we finished yet? I'm not. When I'm filming this, I'm not. I don't know if that will be the case when it goes up. Wow. Okay. I mean, I haven't been that bad normally. Whatever. So I'm gonna put this like this. And these booklets don't have to be full. I mean, you can put you know, as little or as much paper in them as you wish. Maybe we'll get a regular sized piece here. I'm going to cut it right here. So I'm pretty sure that was bigger than 6 inches. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to trim it. I know you guys were like all excited I was using scissors, weren't you? Because it's not as slow and I don't have to do as much measuring or straightening or whatever. But you were witness to my scissor cutting abilities. They are non-existent. Oh, that's too tall. I did end up making it too tall. So let's, wait, did I measure this wrong? Oh, this isn't 6 inches. No wonder. Okay. Yes, I measured that wrong. So when I'm filming this, a couple of times I talked about going on a really cool shopping trip with my daughter, right? We did, and I had a lot of fun. Now, by the time you see this, that's going to be a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, probably. But we still had fun. We found all kind of cool shops and stuff that isn't here around us. And we stayed for the weekend and we had goodies and it was fun. So, yeah. All right, now I have this little guy and I have some of these purple scraps, which I think I'm going to fold in half here. And then fold in half here. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but because that's a really narrow booklet. Okay, and we're going to take this off. We're going to take this off right here. Okay, and then I got 2 little pieces to go in this little guy. Oh, needs to lose a little more. Okay, that's okay, because we can take off all the burnt edges. I can figure out why this is such a mess. All right, let's pull you all the way back to here. And take off this burnt top. But I found unique gifts, and we found some really cool places to eat, and cut that down a little more. I know this is not okay. What else? We have this tall guy. Let's put some paper in him. Maybe, oh, there's purple on the outside of there. Maybe this one. Okay, so we know that's 8 inches tall. Is there an end on any of these that I want to get rid of? Probably that one. So we'll go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to come back 1/4 of an inch. Give one to those. And then we're going to trim the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I folded a 8-inch piece in half, so it's 4 inches. So we're going to come to 4 3/4 or 3 3/4. No, we're going to come to 3. We're just going to cut a little bit off, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to separate the 2 same sheets with the purple sheet. And then we'll stick this in here. Okay, so we got a couple different sizes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see if we can't use up some of this over here that I've got in some of these little guys. Because I've got a couple of these little ones. Not that, your scrap paper. I don't know. That's kind of a little one. Okay. So let's see what we can put in some of these. I like this one. This is too small for in there, but it's not too small for in here or in here. This is where I'm going to put it. Okay. So we're going to cut this off. So 3 1/2. No, that's not right. 2 1/2. I was going to say there's no way that it's not that wide. Okay. And we got another little one there. And what will these fit in? Fit in here? Not exactly. They're too small for that, or that, or that, or that. Okay, what about this guy? They're slightly too big for that. What did I put in here? But slightly too big we can fix, right? So see if we're on the right height. Okay, that's good for height. And then is that good for width? Yeah. Okay, moving right along. What do we got here? This is a piece. This is no longer, I mean, unless I do it this way. Although, it could go in there. Oh, what about these guys? They have torn edges. You know what I like to do when I have torn edges like this? Mix it up a bit. Of course, it makes it hard to even them out, but I'm going to take this off at the 1/2 inch mark, just to kind of narrow the gap on the booklet. And then we have a little, there we go. It's another little guy moving right along, using up my scraps. So this is good. Do one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1/4. 1, 2 and 3/4. Okay, so we're going to cut this down to 4. And we're going to kind of eyeball something a little less than 3/4. Okay, I think I've put enough. So we folded a bunch. So I have these. We're going to put these off to the side. And we're going to attach these ones. All right, so I think this stringing method that I'm talking about that she showed will work better on cardstock covers, and you'll see why in a minute. So this one I'm going to staple. So we're going to put a staple right there and right there. Okay, and then you have a little booklet to put in your journal. Now again, decorating these is, you know, runs the gambit. So for this one, the one thing I am thinking I'm going to do, let me get a piece of paper because I don't want to get it all over my desk. The one thing I am thinking I'm going to do is brush some ink on the inside of this white page. And the question is, what ink do I want to use? I don't necessarily want to match the outside, which is like these burgundies, although I love that ink. What is this going to do? Let's see. This is just antique linen, and it kind of has a tendency to just sort of yellow the paper, which might be just enough to make it look kind of grungy. Okay, we'll go to the back. We'll grunge the back all up. Yeah, this antique linen, I like it when you're just trying to kind of knock the brightness back on the white. There is something. I'm hitting a spot because it did it on both of them. Okay. There you have that little booklet. Nice, right? And then this can tuck in a pocket, and you just have a few pages here for, because it's given you 4 pages and 8 sides, right? So I've got 8 spots to write on. So we got that one. Now, this little trick for, I'm going to try it. I haven't done it yet. So we're going to give it a shot if I didn't lose my needle, which is a really big possibility. Oh, no, I see it shining through the trash on my desk. Put those up since I've been doing abysmal cutting with them. The idea for this is really actually simple and kind of neat, and I like it, and I'm hoping that it works. So let me get some I have some out here, but it's pink, and I don't think I want to use pink. Oh. Oh, maybe this. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of a beige. Okay, so let me pull. No, not gonna let me do that. Gonna make me take it off, huh? One of the suggestions Tina made was hold on to your, I mean, within reason, I suppose, but hold on to your string cutoffs because you may, oh, I am going to need scissors. You may be able to use them to sew little stuff like this. So obviously you would have to make a judgment call as to whether or not it would be a useful length. So, but I thought that was a good, you're going to make me break my glue out because you don't want to go through this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, now you just take this. I'm going to poke a hole in the middle. I actually want my thread to be on the outside. You can do this either way. You can go through and make your threads be in the middle on the inside or the outside. I'm going to make mine go through on the outside. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to run it through there like that. And you're going to pull your string. And then you're going to wrap it all the way around the book like that and run it back through the hole. I'm trying to run it back on the other side of the hole. Okay? And then we're going to pull it tight. Like that. Get it on the spine. And then I'm just going to make sure, just like you do with the other, I'm going to make sure that I have string on both sides of my center, and I'm going to pull it really tight as I can get it. Now, this part for me is always hard because I feel like it loosens while I'm holding it and trying to tie it and all this kind of stuff, so it doesn't actually, you know, hold true, but okay. And there you have it. It's sewn together and it's got a little string binding to it. And I think that I will say be careful because I did pull a little tight, so it is digging into the paper at the top and the bottom. So don't pull too tight or you tear into the top of your paper. Not that I think that it's going anywhere, but it does create a spot there if you pull it too tight. But that's kind of cute, and then you could dangle something off of there or cut them off or however you want to do it. But I think that's really cute. So that's a possibility for binding these. So I got these two. This one's paper again, so I think we'll staple this one. I definitely would not do that on a paper cover. It would have to be cardstock. And of course, it's going to need to be something small. Like, I personally would not do that with this tall numbers one. I think that that's probably not a good way to bind that. If you're going to bind it with thread, I would just do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, and then we have that one. And again, like I said, you got, you know, a couple pages to write on here. The other thing you could do is take these up and run them through your sewing machine. Now, for my money, I haven't done it yet, but I would try to widen the stitch just because the closer together your holes are, you're basically making a big perforation up the middle of your journal, and I feel like it would eventually bust in half, but I could be wrong. That's just me thinking out loud, which can sometimes be really dangerous. Let's do one with the string on the inside. If I can get hold of my needle. Okay, let me get some more thread. I think this color will still be good. One, I'm doing about 3, 2, 3. I want to make sure that I have enough. I mean, you can always cut off But if you don't have enough, you're going to have trouble tying it. Okay, get it strong on there, and we're going to do this one through the inside. I'm just going to go ahead and punch it, and I'm just eyeballing center. I'm not measuring. I know, shocker. Wrap it around. Pull it tight, and then go in through the hole again. There we go. I lost it. Okay. I'll take my needle off and we'll pull it tight. Maybe a little less tight than I did last time since I tore the cardstock a little bit. And we'll tie short over long, long over short. And there we go. Another one. It's a good little binding method if you're going to use string for the little guys. Okay. Some of these other ones I would probably... Oh, I got another little one in there. Wow, this is a mess. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I get the paper because it's further down than I thought it would be. Okay, I like that blue. It's pretty. Another little booklet. All right, so these ones I'll probably do the single hole, wrap the thread around thing with. I might pick some different colors to do it with. These ones will probably get, I might 3-hole pamphlet stitch these ones quick. I don't know, it depends. But I'm going to put these ones here, up here that I haven't stitched, and maybe we'll try and put a little bit of decoration on some of these other ones. I know I'm always pulling out this box of flowers, but I'm going to give it a shot again because, as I've said in the past, I am trying to make headway into ridding myself of this box. I know that sounds awful. I don't mean it the way it sounds. Is this one a banner thing too? Yeah, no, I don't want that. Oh, I like that on there. Okay, that's a start. Lost one. I like the orange better. Oh, so why am I still looking? I got it. These don't necessarily need a ton of decoration, especially if, like, say you want to do... Here's my label box, guys. I know. Say I just wanted to put, like, a thing on here like this, and maybe put that on there like that, and this down here like this, you know, nice and simple. Actually, kind of like that. Okay. Let's go with it for now. I got something, let's go with it. I'm gonna get some ink. Let's get some blue ink. I take my blue pad. I think I took my blue pad off though. I did. Alright, let me go. Oops. Let me go find it. It's in my little pad bucket. See, I have my pads in here. Pull this one off and stick it in the bucket. Put this one on. Okay. And maybe. I don't know, we're going to see how it looks. So once again, cute little project from Tina's Mass Makes. These are a great, I mean, like literally mass make. And the fun thing about these is sometimes when we use like our coffee dyed sheets like this, or our writ dyed, or what, your dyed paper, you use it and maybe you use it for something and you have to trim off a piece, or you use it to cover the back of a journal card and you've got scraps like this or like this. You can take this and fold it in half and stick it in one of these little booklets. So it's a great way to use some of the dyed papers that would otherwise maybe get thrown in the trash, or maybe would sit in your bin forever while you tried to figure out how to use them. Because they don't quite cover anything, or you have to tear it into pieces and use it in clusters, or, I mean, this gives it kind of a new life and allows it to still be used for the original purpose when we dye paper, I think, is to make pages for the journals. So this allows it to still be used for something like that. Okay, so we're going to put that on there like that. And we're going to put this on the side of it. And I think we're just going to decorate the one, but you get an idea. These go, I mean, I know this has been a relatively long video, but we actually did quite a few as far as getting the paper. The longest part of it, if we're honest, was me poorly cutting paper to go in them. So if you cut better than me, it should go faster for you. But they go together really quick, and you can sit down with your scrap box and make a ton of these to just have little booklets to tuck in pockets in your journals, which, not for nothing, it's a great way to add a little bit of extra journaling space, fill pockets. I mean, and again, you can leave them. I mean, I've decorated this one just so that we did a little bit of decorating on camera, and I like the way it turned out. Very simple, but still really nice. I would also probably, let me make sure that catches. So while that's catching, I'm gonna clip my corners because I like the way that looks. It makes it look like a little composition notebook or something to me. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get that brush back down. Oh no, I never put it away. It's right here. And we are going to put some blue on the inside of this page. Now I don't want to go, this is oxide and it kind of tends to go a little overboard if you get too much in one spot. Okay, little pads. I'm trying to get it to the level of color that I want without overdoing it all at once. I tend to start light and add as I go, because once it's on there, right? So that's really dark. So normally I will, see how dark that is? And then I'll lightly brush and spread and brush, and then hopefully as it spreads out, I can apply more pressure and get more ink out of it. Okay, and then I'm going to ink the edges to kind of finish it off. Okay. So again, I hope you're enjoying these. I hope that you will either, follow along with me and do this, or Tina's playlist is listed in the description box, so you can go over and try this with her and, have a blast. These little mask makes are a lot of fun. So this was today's Booklets, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow with the next one. Bye-bye.